Hello guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to talk about what while loops are. While loops are just simple. While loops are just an infinity loop. Unlike how when we talked about for loop tend to run for a specific amount of specific amount of iteration that is available. When we run for loops, example for else in range, then it's going to run 10 times. So that is the more. If you set to 100, it's going to run 100 times. But when it comes to that of while loop tends to run infinity. It doesn't stop unless you explicitly stop it. So how do we write while loop in Python? Just simple while. You can say, and for while loop to run, there must be a true condition after it. There must be true condition must be after it. Like it was similarly to that of if condition. And for if condition to run, there must be a true condition. You can actually set it to true. You can set it while true. This is most common way of doing a while loop, but it's not the best practice. But at times you can set it this way. When you say while loop, you can say while true. Sorry, print. Yes, I want to print. Say I want to print out Peter, for example. What this is going to happen? Since this is a while loop, remember what I said, while loop runs infinity, and there must be a true condition here before it can run. That's why I just set it to true. Instead of, I can say a is equals to 8. I can say y a is equals to 8. Know that a is equals to, sorry, I can say y 8 is equals to a. For example, what does it mean? 8 is equals to a. I will know that a is equals to 8. So this is a true condition, but instead of me going through this instead of me writing like I can start to shorten it by writing true to just make a true condition here. So once that is done, then I have the colon that is here. What does this colon do? This colon just signifies that there's going to be a block of code beneath it. You can't come and write variable and put colon after it and expecting to have a block of code. No, this is used in conditions and some other like functions. This is expecting that this shows that there's going to be a block of code beneath it. So it signified the beginning of a block of code, just as simple as that. So when I run this thing, remember I said it's an infinity loop. This is going to print out this Peter infinity. But okay, let me run it and see the example. Just watch me. You can see keep on it. You can see it doesn't. So for me to stop it, I need to delete the terminal. I need to stop the terminal. But this is not actually the best way to handle while loop. For in the situation of a system that has a low memory or a low processing power, running a while loop can be dangerous at times. It can crash your operating your system, or it can make some things to freeze up. It can become a little bit of a problem. So that's why before running a while loop, it's always a good idea to have a condition beneath it that can stop it. Let's say for example, I can say while loop, I can use break for example to stop the while loop. So it's going to run, it's going to print out Peter and it's going to break. So let's run and see the output. As you can see, Peter got printed out and then it started. I can start to print A. I know that our A is 8. You can see 8 got printed out. Without this break, what is going to happen is that 8 is still going to be printed out till infinity. So what are the uses of while loop? The use of while loop is just simple for it to run a loop. That to handle in a situation where you want to do increment, or you want a user when user is entering an input, you want the user to keep on entering to enter the right input or to enter the right input all the time. If the user does not want to enter the right input, you can keep on prompting the user to enter the right input. Because for example, let's do increment. Let's say this is A. I want to be adding want to be adding values to this of A. I can come here and say A plus, I can say A equals to A plus 1. What is happening here? This A is going to be A plus 1. So initially is let's set it to 0. So when I run this, it's going to print out A. So it's going to print out 0. Let's run it. You can see it got printed out. Let's say I move this break. Let's see what is going to happen. You can see it keep on increasing. What I did there was just A. This A variable, I created a new A variable. I'm going to A plus 1. So automatically, this A that is on top here got increased. So that's just basically what I just did here. I can write a condition under it to help you. Let's say if A is equals to 20. So break. Stop the what is going on here? If A is equals to 20, which is this A, if it's equals to 20, stop this for loop. Let's run and see that. As you can see, it got to, like I told you in Python, the last doesn't get printed out. So as you can see, the script got run. And why did 20 get printed out? Because the increment was done before the after the print was printed out. Assuming this print was beneath here. Okay, let's see. Let's put this print beneath here. But the disadvantage is that you can see we're able to get 0. If I were to run it like this, we're not going to get this 0, because once this print statement tries to print out A, it's going to print out A that has been already been added 1. So let's run and see. But it's going to print out 20 for us. I can see we got our 20 and we didn't get our 0, rather we got 1. So this is basically how while loop works. So if you find it hard to understand, don't worry. As we do projects on using while loop, you're going to understand it. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.